Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this tutorial we will learn booleans and BigInt, and it is really easy and simple. So this is the first check out the definitions here. What is a boolean types? This one here, boolean is a primitive types. This one, let me choose the colors. Here boolean is a primitive types. Primitive type means what? Is store single values. Okay, in TypeScript that preserve only two values, that is true and false. It is a boolean type, only store true and false. It is mainly used for decision making conditions and flags, and we have the example for it. So let's check the example here. Here create the files, new files, and that is it is a boolean. Okay, and that is the boolean dot ts files. This is here. So here the basic example for you. Let is here online, that is a boolean, and it is equal to true. This one it is equal to true. Okay, then let has is, that is a boolean, it is equal to false. Okay, so you see here is online system status. This is here, it is true, it means it is on. Okay, has is boolean, it is false, means permission control. Here boolean help control the program flow. So here it is boolean value. Here this is online, it's annotation, or you have explicitly defined its type, it is a boolean, so you have to put only here two values. It is true or false. True or false, you cannot put another things like strings or any other values because it is wrong here. So we have the example for you, that is your login systems. Here login systems, how it works. Here is the functions authenticated, and that is a boolean. Then inside check the condition if is authenticated, then okay, let me accept with inside it. Then here write console.logs, it is a welcome users, and then inside it here you write console.logs, and then write please login, then call your functions login, and then inside check if it is true. Then let me here you have to execute your files. This one it is a tsc, and then your file, what your node file ts, it is a boolean files. So this is here boolean.js files. You have to execute and you see the welcome user. So why you got this welcome user? Because this one here, this values, it is true. You see it is only true, and if it is true here if boolean value it is true, is authenticated, it is true, then you will see this text message console.user welcome user here. And if it is false, then here if is authenticated false, then you will see here this condition console.log please login. So now let me change here, it's boolean values, it is true, I mean false. Then you will see, and again you have to execute your files, and you say please login. Why? Because it is false, and here it only accepts in the boolean value. Okay, and if you try to put something another types, suppose here if you put the strings, you got the error. Okay, it is by the TypeScript what argument of type string is not assignable to the parameter type of booleans. You see it is a, here you have defined its type, it is a boolean, but here you are trying to put the value that is a string, and that is wrong. So that's why here you got the error, argument of type string is not assignable to the parameter of type booleans. So this is a simple fix. Okay, login systems. Then we have another example for you, that is a toggle features. Let here toggle, okay, here let each is dark mode, and that is the boolean, it is equal to true. Then check it here, if is dark mode, and then inside here you write console.logs and then write here dark mode enabled here. So if it is true, it is true, and you know already is dark mode, its value is true, so it is true. Then you will see this message in the terminals. So let me see this. Then it is SA, then you have to execute your files, node boolean or JS files, and you say dark mode enables. Got it? So here use as a feature switch, okay, very common in the apps like making dark mode notifications. Then here this is wrong. This one we have another example. Wrong what? Let is active, and that is a boolean, it is equal to true. And you got the error. What? True is a string, not a boolean. TypeScript prevent these mistakes. This one is active is declared, but its value is never read. That is fine. But here string is not assignable to the type booleans. Okay, this is a boolean, its type, but you are trying to put the strings. That is wrong. And similarly here again, if you put like let is logged in, it is equal to 1, so it is also not a boolean. Okay, JS allow truthy values. TypeScript required the strict type. Okay, it is not allowed, but in the JavaScript it is true. Then here how you can write, if you use, then you have to must write, you have to specify that is true. Okay, so this is correct in TypeScript. So this is all about your boolean type. Now let's move to the BigInts. Now here move to the next one about BigInt type. Okay, you got automatically suggestions. So let me here search for BigInt type number, and you see BigInt type in TypeScript, and you got what here? A BigInt type in TypeScript is a primitive data type. It is used to represent a whole number larger than this number, which is the maximum safe limit of the standard. So this one, okay, and you see this is your maximum safe integer numbers. Okay, so here this is in the terminals. Here BigInt is a primitive type. It is used to represent a very large integer that exceeds the safe limit of numbers. Here that is a BigInt is a primitive type. It is used to represent a very large integer that exceeds the safe limit of numbers. That is JavaScript limit. Here basic example we will see all that examples. Then here as you see number dot, it is a mix safe integers, and you see its value, this one. Okay, this is a maximum safe integers. So here we have the example for you how you have to create its types. Here it is a big value, and that is a big, this is BigInt is equal to your number. So this is a BigInt. Okay, here n at the end, this is here n at the end tells TypeScript it is a BigInt. Okay, use for huge numbers, like in the banking systems for checking the account. This is suppose let bank balance, it is a balance, and then you see here you see that is a BigInt, it is equal to, and it is a numbers. Okay, normal number may lose the precision, but BigInt keep the exact values that you want here. And also you can use in the cryptography BigInt numbers. And then so now we have the example for you, just a small 8 is equal to 10 n. Okay, you see 10n means what? It is a very big number. Okay, because here it is end with n. then let bit is equal to bit is equal to 5, then console.log and then try to a8 plus b, then tell me what you got the result. You got the either cannot mix numbers and BigInt. You see this here cannot be applied to the type BigInt and numbers because it is a really big number and it is a really very small number, so you cannot perform these operations here. But if you want to perform these operations, you have to write console.logs and then a plus BigInt. This is here, it is a BigInt and then inside it is b. Now it is correct. You see here also that error has gone. And okay, so it is simple, just about your BigInt. So you see in the bank system cryptography you can use it, and then basic string template create. That is all about your BigInt and booleans. Here boolean control your else logic while BigInt handle the measure number. Safely master both and you will write stronger bug free TypeScript codes. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.